Greetings, good evening. It is 9:30. This is First Alert Weather Extra on this Tuesday night on WFSB Plus. Chief Meteorologist Mark Dixon here joining you to bring you the very latest on a lot of topics this evening. We've got Canadian wildfire smoke, ground level ozone leading to poor air quality tomorrow. We've got 90-degree heat, potential record warmth, at least getting within a couple degrees of that, as well as a transition from beautiful to a bit unsettled with some rain that will impact the upcoming weekend. So we'll unpack all that for you here over the next several minutes. Again, thank you for joining us for this 9:30 evening edition live here on WFSB Plus. So first and foremost today, temperatures across the state. As expected, we were forecasting upper 70s and low 80s inland. That was achieved, mid 70s along the shoreline. So forecast verified, enjoyed a lot of sunshine. And these temperatures running about 5 degrees above average. And furthermore, very comfortably warm, given that dew point values today were in the 30s and 40s. So as we head forward in time, we get a little bit warmer. By, say, Thursday, about 10 degrees warmer than where we saw temperatures peak today, with a bit of an uptick in humidity, but fortunately nothing too oppressive. So today officially for the Hartford area, at Bradley Airport, 80 was the high, normal 76. So again, running above average. And that was after starting the day a little bit below average, with temps this morning down in the mid 40s. So tonight's not going to be as cool. So last night, again, mid 40s, tonight mid 50s, so closer to average for tonight compared to last night. And again, we're going to get incrementally warmer and incrementally muggier as we head through the next couple of days. So that is our first headline over the next couple of days. Thursday, our warming trend peaks. That is our first alert weather day, as we're expecting 90-degree heat inland, away from Long Island Sound. It will be warm along the shoreline, just not as warm as inland areas. And reaching 90 is obviously kind of a milestone for 2025. We've yet to do so this year. And the last time we've made it this far into the year without hitting 90 was back in 2020, so 5 years ago. Now, as far as the last time we hit 90 degrees was back on August 28th of last year, but that was just for hitting 90. But we're forecasting 93 for Thursday. So the last time we had a temperature that warm was back on August 3rd of last year. So once we get past Thursday, again, our first alert weather day for that 90-degree heat, we're going to transition to a bit of an unsettled pattern as we head Friday into Saturday of this upcoming weekend. So check out First Alert Radar. It's certainly not that. Oh, I have no router here for some reason. This is very weird. All right, so we're going to jump over iCams and all of that to show you current temperatures. We've got readings right now here in the 9 o'clock hour, still between 65 and 70 inland, and we're in the low and mid 60s along the shoreline. So it is a mild night again, especially compared to last night. How do we compare to last night at this point? Up several degrees across Connecticut, especially Danbury, nearly 10 degrees warmer than 24 hours ago, 7 degrees warmer in Hartford, and we've got winds out of the southwest at around 3 to 8 miles an hour, calm in a few spots. So wind isn't a major issue tonight, but that wind direction, pardon me, is complements of high pressure moving offshore. So that's going to help keep temperatures up tonight compared to last night. So on the wide view, a couple things to take in here. Again, high pressure, Blue H just to our south, moving offshore on the backside of that, a southwesterly flow. So that's going to help to bring in some of the ground level ozone that's building, say, in around the New York City area. That's why we've got an air quality alert for some reduced air quality throughout the day tomorrow. But also as high pressure moves offshore, it's going to allow a cold front off to our west to slowly head in our direction. So it's that front that later, say Friday into Saturday, will be the focal point for some wet weather, perhaps not only some rain, but some thunderstorms here across southern New England. So again, high pressure moving offshore also is going to help draw up in our direction aloft some of the Canadian wildfire smoke. So this smoke starts in Canada, goes all the way to the deep south, and then with this southwesterly flow brings it up in our direction. So perhaps you saw tonight around sunset back in the 8 o'clock hour, a little bit of a reddish hue or tint to the sky that was compliments of that Canadian wildfire smoke. So throughout the day tomorrow, and as you look at the legend, it's a thin haze. We're not in those oranges or reds or those shades of purple where the smoke is thicker near the surface. So this is more of a veil, a thin layer of smoke that when you're out and about tomorrow, you may notice kind of a hazy, smoky look to the sky. So not expecting any sort of air quality issues tomorrow related to the Canadian wildfire smoke, but actually from, again, some elevated ground level ozone. So as I mentioned earlier, we've been enjoying comfortably warm weather. Dew point values are trending upward, especially Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They're going to be up in the 60s. So again, nothing too oppressive. We're not forecasting dew points in the 70s. If you remember last summer, we had a rough go of it with those high temperatures and high levels of humidity with those dew points in the 70s. So not the case this go around, at least this week. So for tonight, dropping within a couple degrees of average for this time of year. Low and mid 50s inland, mid and upper 50s along the shoreline. And here's First Alert Futurecast tomorrow. Mostly sunny, but again, it's going to be a bit on the hazy side, some smoky sunshine, we'll call it, out there tomorrow afternoon. Highs, despite that, mid and upper 80s inland, so notably warmer than today, and along the shoreline from, say, 76 in New London to, say, around 81 in Bridgeport. So a little bit warmer heading farther west along the 95 corridor. So that smoky haze tomorrow, warmer than today. Sunrise, 5:17. Sunsets at 8:22 tomorrow evening. So we'll see a lot of that sunshine. Again, it may have sunrise and sunset may look a little reddish thanks to that wildfire smoke. So again, tomorrow, an air quality alert. This is not from the smoke from the wildfires, but ground level ozone. So unhealthy for sensitive groups. So if you are one who suffers from COPD, respiratory distress, asthma, a good day to likely stay inside and near air conditioning. So sensitive groups, those orange dots is what you see, especially across a good part of central and western Connecticut. The only part of the state not included in the air quality alert, coastal New London County. So our allergy forecast here, the oak, mulberry, maple, tree pollens remaining in the high end of the moderate category, and then by Friday coming down a little bit, and that correlates to our next chance for some wet weather. So Thursday, temperatures inland 90 or higher, upper 70s along the 95 corridor. So for the 5th of June in the Hartford area, the record is 100 years old, 96 degrees. We're forecasting 93. So we could call that near record warmth, but we're actually forecasting temps to peak closer to the record, the existing record in Bridgeport. That's from 2021. The record's 86. We're forecasting 85. So however it plays out, it's going to be a hot day across Connecticut. So on our First Alert 7-day forecast, kind of break it down for you day by day. Tomorrow, hazier, muggier than today, and then just muggy on Thursday with those dew points in the 60s. Otherwise hot. 90, between say 90 and 95 inland on Thursday. And also note our overnight lows. Last night, remember, we were in the 40s. Tonight will be in the 50s. Tomorrow night, low 60s, mid 60s tomorrow night into early Friday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Thursday night into early Friday. And then for the upcoming weekend, so we've got a chance for an isolated shower storm to pop up on Thursday. That is in association with a cold front approaching that's going to be falling apart. Where is that in my rundown? Here we go. All right. So this front that we talked about earlier, slowly heading in our direction, in advance of this, say later Thursday, a chance for a shower storm to pop up, and then that boundary basically stalls out across southern New England, and that will be the focal point Friday afternoon, Friday evening, and as well into Saturday for those chances for showers and some thunderstorms. So given Friday may not be as bright compared to Thursday, perhaps not quite as warm. We're going 85 now. We may have to up that a little bit if it turns out to be a brighter day. With the clouds and the showers and perhaps some rumbles of thunder on Saturday, highs in the 70 to 75 degree range. Then we'll be turning brighter and a bit warmer on Sunday, highs upper 70s near 80. So trending drier on Sunday, lasting the Monday with increasing chances for some wet weather come Tuesday. So, of course, we're talking about another weekend that features rain. The last time we had an entirely dry weekend, that's Saturday Saturday and Sunday with no trace of rain. Was back in late February, so it's been quite a while. So here's the latest model comparison. Left-hand side is the American model, right-hand side is the European model. Same timestamp. So we're going to look at 7 a.m. Saturday morning. You can see the European model a little bit sooner with the arrival of the showers by noon on Saturday. Again, the European model slightly more progressive than the American, and then increasing chances for rain maybe later in the day on Saturday. So this is a little bit different than what we showed you yesterday. Yesterday, the European model was more or less a washout for Saturday. So perhaps not as wet as it once was, but keep in mind it's just Tuesday. We're talking about Saturday. Models have already changed. They'll likely change a little bit more. So keep it here. We'll keep you updated on how the weekend forecast evolves. But regardless, the weekend in its entirety is not going to be a washout. Sunday looking like the better of the two weekend days. It's just a matter of figuring out the timing and just how wet Saturday could be. All right, so that is it for tonight's edition of First Alert Weather Extra here on WFSB Plus. Thank you for joining us. Again, if this is your first time checking us out here on WFSB Plus or perhaps on YouTube, we broadcast live on weekdays, 8 o'clock in the morning, and then at 9:30 in the evening. So in the mornings, you'll see either Jill Gilardi, Scott Gagliardi, or Scott Haney. In the evenings, you'll see either Mike Slifer or myself. So First Alert Weather Extra, weekdays, 8 a.m. and 9:30 p.m. Join us for a longer form, in-depth look at the weather as it impacts Connecticut. All right, that's it for now. Have a great night.